What's good, y'all? Ziah TL, and I'm here to answer some questions from Sound of the Future. Let's go.
Is that 508?
Yeah. No, I'm back in this shit. I'm just back in this shit. I'm back in this shit. I'm just back in this shit. Yeah. Whoa. No, I'm back in this shit. I'm back in this shit. I'm back in this shit. Yeah.
What's up, it's Nolan, back with another episode of Sounds of Future TV. Who am I here with today?
Ziah TL, what's up?
Thank you so much for joining us, bro. I'm doing good. How about yourself?
I'm doing amazing. Today's amazing right now.
All right, well, glad to have you on the show. I want to go back to when you first started making music. What really influenced you to start, pursuing a career in it?
Well, when I was younger, I used to freestyle a lot in my uncle's bedroom. He used to bring his friends over. We used to play ball, then go in his bedroom and start rapping. And then they decided to make music seriously. Mm-hmm. So as I got older, I realized in 6th grade, I found about an app called BandLab. Yeah, I started traveling on BandLab a lot, recording a lot. Most of my discography is off BandLab. I just switched to FL recently. But after that, I started posting on TikTok and I started getting more popularity. Then I was just all right, I'm gonna take it more seriously now.
So what really drives you to, want to create? A lot of people, they may feel kind of deterred or not want to make music because of the kind of what you mentioned. You just started off doing it off of BandLab in your room, I assume, yeah. Right? So a lot of people would be kind of if I don't have the equipment, I don't have all this stuff, but you decided to be take a step and be I'm gonna do this regardless. What was that kind of motivation? Would you have big goals of becoming real successful and stuff like that? Supporting your family, all that.
Basically, I feel it just have to do with hunger. Yeah. Right now, my sister is in the hospital for a heart transplant, mm-hmm. and basically we're doing GoFundMe's and all that stuff to get funds. But I want to be able to provide for my family realistically, yeah, and show how you can express yourself with art. You don't have to be like everybody else. You can do your own thing and make art and make money off of it. So basically, yeah. So it's just running off of hunger.
Yeah. That's a lot to go through as well. And as an artist, I know a lot of artists in the past have mentioned that they use music as an outlet to express their feelings and the situations they go through in life. Have you been able to use music as an outlet to really express everything that you're going through right now?
Yeah, most of the time, yeah. I'm always locked up in my room making music all the time when I'm angry, frustrated, upset, sad. Upset and sad at the same thing, but yeah, just to let out some emotions that you need to let out. Sometimes you need to let it out. You can't just hold it in. So music will be my emotional detachment.
Right. So who would you say has been your biggest influence creatively?
It's multiple. I'm not gonna lie. When I was younger, I was really I was stuck on Juice WRLD a lot. Yeah. Then I started getting into Lil Tecca. Lil Tecca is one of my favorite artists mm-hmm. right now. But in this generation right now, I'm starting to see involvement in the music career and all that stuff. So I'm really listening to a lot of Slayer, Vax, a lot of underground artists mm-hmm. Sofago. Yeah, basically.
All right. So what are your thoughts on the current state of music too? You're from New York as well, yes. Right? So I guess we could expand beyond New York, but also talk about the New York music scene too. Since we're in it, what are your thoughts on it? You feel it's in a good place, and even with the underground, you think it's in a good place, or you feel we could be better? Or a lot of artists in the past who have they feel music is super oversaturated now, and everybody's just recreating the same sounds. But what would you say?
I feel everybody get inspired by another artist, so most likely everything might sound the same, but that's just what they feel at the moment. I feel the current underground, I say underground, but the music state as of right now, mm-hmm. I feel it's going well. I feel some people they trying to find their sound, and the people already found their sound. So it's a clash since everybody's able to release music now due to distribution and DistroKid and United Masses. There's gonna be a lot of music out now, pushing out. Everybody's trying to be an artist. They trying to find a new way to cope. How everybody was doing YouTube and trying to vlog and all that stuff. This is the new wave for them now. So I feel it's going good. It's just certain people they're just trying to find their sound. You just got to give them time.
Right. So to talk more about your career too, what would you say has been the hardest part about being an artist? A lot of other people mention, the content creation aspect of it now. In the past, maybe even 10 years ago, you wouldn't have to necessarily be in everybody's faces, making content every day. But now that's the norm. You really to even gain any traction. Would you say that's the hardest part, or would you say anything else?
I feel I guess promotion, in investing in yourself, because it do take a lot of time and money, and I know everybody got like real life situations going on, so it's just like, damn, I can't do this right now because I got to do this at the moment.
Yeah.
It could be a lot, or like even trying to find your sound, like trying to, you don't want to fit in as much, but you're trying to like go as like how the sound is today. It's just a lot. So I feel like try to find your sound and promoting and investing, but it just takes time and you just have to wait your turn realistically.
Right. So earlier you mentioned too that you had plans of going to school for music and, you know, pursuing that dream even further. What are your thoughts on, I guess, college in general and the places it could bring you, or just in the sense of why you are making the decision to, you know, further your knowledge in music by, you know, trying to get a degree in it in that sense?
I feel like going to college and going to school after high school is very important because you get to learn more about yourself. You get to be independent and you get to be around people in the same community as you. And I feel like you learn more with more people in your community or more people around your circle. So yeah.
Right. So to talk about your circle even more, do you feel like you have a good, you know, base of people around you that support your dreams and are like influencing you to do better? Because I always reference other people too as well that they've said that, you know, they may not get instant support from whether it be family members, friends, or just people online, because, you know, music or trying to become an artist isn't always a traditional dream that people always support initially. So do you ever feel like you ever have like a lack of support, or you think your base is pretty strong?
I feel like my base is pretty strong now because, like, as I just said earlier, like, it takes time to find your sound. I feel like when you first start making music, it takes a long time for people to adjust because they be like, all right, what is he making? Because it don't sound like him. Yeah. So at first you're not going to get a lot of love, but as soon as you start to progress and record more and learn about yourself and find your sound and promote yourself more, I feel like people will get more hooked and want to, like, all right, this is what he's doing, we're going to pursue that and we're going to support that. I also got family and friends supporting me as well. It took them a long time to actually get into my music, but now they're like, all right, Ziah is set.
Right. So now to talk about the future a little bit, I want to talk about some of your goals, like with music. Where do you see your career going in the sense of maybe like even 5 to 10 years from now? What are you kind of striving for?
I feel I don't know. I feel like what I'm really striving for is like being a leadership to the youth and showing them like, yo, anything is possible. Work, just focus on your craft. Be able to show your art. Don't be scared of showing your art. I want to be able to perform on big stages. I want to be known as like a big artist. Like people will look up to me and all that extra stuff and paint an image for the youth and other people. So yeah.
Right. And you also said earlier you're from Brooklyn, correct?
Yes.
So to kind of dial it back even more, how did growing up in Brooklyn really influence who you are as a person and also the type of music you make? Does it really show in your sound, like even some of the artists that come out of there?
I mean, I would say like I try to like try to show off that side of me because I'm really from like East Flatbush. So like when you're over there, there's a lot of Caribbean music, and I don't really make that much Caribbean music. I make like more like hip hop and all that extra stuff. Well, my mom had to get into it as well too, but more like a Caribbean style. Like I would try to make a song like in the style like where I come from, like Trinidad and Jamaica, but I'm more in fit with the hip hop style. But around those times, like living in East Flatbush, it was just like it's a lot going on, and it also is a big community too. So like it would be like a block party every other week. So you're just outside on the block just chilling. So it was a lot of fun, and I think that plays a lot in my music career now because there's a lot of fun going on in my music career.
Word. So I got 2 more questions for you. Do you have any upcoming work, music related stuff, outside projects you want to talk about? Yes.
Right now we are working on my album called Ascension. I'm almost done with it. I'm just working on the transitions and other couple songs that could fit on it because I don't want to give songs. I don't want to put songs on the album and don't sound right for me. So I'm just working. I'm in the studio all the time. Trying to work on music videos and more promotions to post on Instagram and TikTok a lot. So yeah, Ascension soon be out. Hopefully like before graduation, like around June.
Bet. Excited to hear it. And last question. So we always ask the artists if they have. It's called Words from the Future, and it's where we ask the artists if they have any advice or just anything they want to leave with the audience.
Don't let nobody discourage you. Be who you are. Be yourself. Don't let nobody tell you that you can't do what you want to do. When the words fail, music speak. Feel me?
Fire. Well, thank you so much for joining us, bro.
No problem.
Excited to see what you do in the future. Sounds of Future TV signing out.
Back in the field, back like I never left, ready to spill. Only got one shot, I go for the kill. Could've went platinum if thoughts if to drill, but I found a better way without a deal.